Problem number 29. We have this function right here. We aren't told what a is yet. We're going to have to figure that out later. The interval that we care about is closed interval from 0 to 21. So if we're just going to this problem and saying, okay, how do we find min and max of absolute min and absolute max of this function on this interval? What we do is that we go about saying, well, we know we have to check the endpoints. So for part A, we have to check the endpoints, x equal to 0 and x equal to 21. We also have to worry about critical points, when the derivative is 0 or when the derivative is undefined. So f prime of x, okay, when is the derivative, we need the derivative here. I'm going to use the quotient rule, works as well as any here. So x minus 8 square root x plus 60 squared, all that over this, x minus 8 square root x plus 60 times the derivative of a, but a is a constant, so that's 0, minus a times the derivative of this. The derivative of the denominator is 1 minus 4 times x to the negative 1/2. Okay, so this is our derivative here. Let's get rid of that 0 term. So it's going to be negative a times 1 minus 4 divided by the square root of x, all that over x minus 8 square root x plus 60 squared. Okay, so two possibilities. This could be 0 or this could be undefined for critical points. So if this is equal to 0, then we care about the numerator equal to 0. We're told a is a positive constant, so let's just cut right to saying 1 minus 4 over square root x is equal to 0. So 1 is equal to 4 over square root x. Cross multiply, square root x is equal to 4. That's x is equal to 16. Now we also have to worry about the denominator being undefined. Sorry, denominator being 0 meaning a function. The derivative here is undefined. But there's a catch. The denominator is just the square of the denominator up here. We are already told that like the domain of this function is, from 0 to 21 inclusive. So if this is ever 0, well, that will also make f of x, make the denominator of f of x equal to 0 as well. It will be undefined. So the domain of f prime of x is exactly the same as the domain of f of x. So we don't have to worry about that. So our list of points, x equal to 0, x is equal to 21, x is equal to 16. Those are the only points we have to check here. Okay, at which x value does the absolute minimum occur? So, well, let's just go ahead and say we have 3, so for part B, f of 0 is a over 0 minus 8 times square root 0 plus 60. So that is a over 0 minus 0 plus 60, a over 60. Candidate number 1. Candidate number 2, f of 16, is a over 16 minus 8 times square root of 16 plus 60. So a over 16 minus 8 times square root 16 is 32 plus 60. And so this is going to be a over 76 minus 32 is 44. I'm doing that arithmetic right. And okay, 2 points down, 1 to go. F of 21 is a over 21 minus 8 times the square root of 21 plus 60 here. A over 21 plus 60 is 81 minus 8 times the square root of 21 here. Okay, so the question of these is, which one is the biggest, which one is the smallest here. So we can see here that a over 44 is bigger than a over 60. That is true. Which one's bigger here between 60 and 81 minus 8 times the square root of 21? So question, we want to compare 60 versus 81 minus 8 times the square root of 21. Subtract 21 from both sides, subtract 60 from both sides, 0 versus 21 minus 8 times the square root of 21 here. 8 square root 21 versus 21. Yeah, this is going to be close, I guess. Divide both sides by 21. 8 versus square root of 21. Okay, so we can see here which one is smaller. Square root of 21 is between 4 and 5. So 8 is bigger than square root of 21. So that is bigger. And so then let's see here. That is bigger. So that is bigger. So 60 is the bigger denominator than this. So this is our absolute minimum. F of 0 is the answer for, so x is equal to 0 gives absolute min. For part C, find the value of a. Well, we know the absolute minimum is a over 60, and we're told, go back and look at the problem statement, the absolute minimum is equal to 8. So a is equal to 8 times 60 is 480. Okay, and so then finally, find the absolute maximum of f on the interval from 0 to 21. Well, we know that a is 480. We'll slide that in. We just have to compare which one is bigger between these two fractions. So for that, which denominator is bigger, which denominator is smaller? So we're comparing 44 versus 81 minus 8 times the square root of 21. Subtracting 44 from both sides. Let's see, that would give 77. 37 minus 8 times the square root of 21. Add 8 times square root of 21 to both sides. Okay, let's see here. If we square both sides, 64 times 21 versus 37 squared. And here I'm wishing I had my, I'm not filming here, so I could use my calculator real quick to figure out which one is bigger. I'll just do it real quick. Multiplication here. Sorry for the boring part. 6 plus 8 is 14. There's a good chance I'm going to botch up something somewhere along the line. Oh well. Okay, 42, 46, 9. Yeah, those two are real close, but it looks like this one is bigger. So bigger, so bigger, so bigger. And so smaller denominator wins here. So a over 44 is our champion for being the biggest. So our final answer, we said a is 480 divided by 44.